about my love. Wasn't it enough? Just let me know so I can
Breaking news. Nick Bosa is now the highest paid defensive player in the National Football League. Not just the highest paid ever. Surpassing our guy, Sir Aaron Donald. What are your thoughts? Vic, I'll start with you.
Listen, San Francisco didn't have much moves to make, and this is the only move they could have made. Congratulations to Nick Bosa, $34 million, if I'm not mistaken, per year. That's a huge increase in pay. Listen, he deserves it. We understand. He gets injured a time or two, but that defense is basically Fred Warner, and you got Nicholas Bosa. So yeah, they had to pay the guy. You can't let him walk. You can't let him be disgruntled going into this season. There's a lot going on for San Francisco right now. They have a lot riding on Brock Purdy. They can't have any issues with defense as well. So they had to get Nick Bosa paid. You keep your guy happy. You keep your guy in house. Great move by John Lynch.
Great move by John Lynch. I know they kind of took an L with Trey Lance and turned that L into a W real fast by getting his guy signed. And when you look into the whole shebang with Nick Bosa's contract, and Jeff, I'll let you dig in there. Let's just dig into that real quick. So Nick Bosa's contract details: 5-year, $170 million, $122.5 million of that is guaranteed. 49ers will also waive fines due to his holdout. Shout out to John Lynch. And he, like we had mentioned, he will be the highest paid defensive player of all time when it's all said and done, resetting the market for all his fellow edge rushers as well. We're looking at you, Hassan Reddick. But just y'all know, hey, this show is all about taking Hassan Reddick jabs whenever I get the chance. You know what I'm saying? But Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, this is literally just him just eating that money. Get that money.
Oh, he ain't gonna have no wins like you got. He gonna have hundreds, my dude.
He's gonna have hundreds. He's gonna have nothing but hundreds. Just forget. You see this? Turn this into 100 racks of $100 bills. He deserves. Let's be honest here. What Vic said, he absolutely deserves this. One of the biggest if you want to stop a quarterback from just doing anything, you got to get the defensive line. Eventually the secondary will break. But the best deterrent for a good quarterback is that strong defensive front that can bring pressure. And Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, how many sacks did he have? Oh, wait, I think he had 18. Was it 18 and a half? 18 and a half sacks on a quarterback. He was a demon. If it wasn't for Aaron Donald, we have Aaron Donald, Nick Bosa, literally pretty much close to one another in terms of defensive front. Literally, he absolutely deserves this money. I'm glad he got paid. The 49ers also being a nice, hey, you know what? Tell you what, we're going to null and void those fines on the holdout. We got you. Hey, just come here. The defense of the 49ers is absolutely the strongest point of that the 49ers team. Remember, I still have the 49ers early prediction. I have them winning the Super Bowl. Because if they need Nick Bosa and in that defensive line to make this happen. Because if they have questions on the defensive front, oh yeah, it's over. It's not going to happen. The defense is the strongest point of this 49ers team. That's when I made these predictions on the 49ers, I was looking at, Brock Purdy coming back. You have Debo, you have Nick Bosa, that defensive line just wreaking havoc on the offensive coordinators' game plans and just keeping them up from sleeping, just thinking ooh, how do we stop this defensive line? And also the line is very solid. Nick Bosa, you absolutely deserved this money. He absolutely deserved it. And to anyone who says he didn't deserve Defensive Player of the Year, 18 and a half sacks says otherwise.
Rainer Winkler, appreciate you coming through. Trying to sing your name several times now. I believe you're from out of the country. So, but my dog, you need to get out this room. You got about 5 seconds before I John Wiki.
Yeah. No.
Peter, don't come after.
I mean,
Talking
yeah.
about dogs, Nick Bosa is an absolute dog. I still can't get over the fact that him and TJ Watt look like the same dude under the helmet. Convince me that I'm wrong. But I think when we all seen that contract today, we were like this.
Wow. It just
It's
wow.
It was incredible, man. Let's go through the stats, man. 9 sacks when he came into the league. Now, let's preface this by his brother was super ballsy when he came out. Remember, Joey came out and held out his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
And then got the bag and then proceeded to come out. I believe the first game he had 4 sacks. And I was the number one guy talking about ain't no rookie got this leverage. Joey Bosa came in and had 4 sacks in one game, and I was like, never mind, sir. I'm sorry.
I apologize for my outburst.
Him and his brother are different. And, you know, we all remember Joey Bosa up at Ohio State too. Second year, he got injured, only played 2 games. Then the following year came back in off of injury, 15 and a half sacks. And then the story was written last year with 18 and a half sacks for him being defensive player of the year. I don't think it was even close. He had more quarterback hits than anybody, 19 tackles for loss. You know, you get the award in the regular season. This is not a playoff, a playoff award is what you did for 17 games or, however long you played. Oh, he only played 16 games, so he didn't even play a full season. But I think TJ Watt's got something to say about that this year. I think he comes in and breaks his record. But we're talking about Nick Bosa here. He is the heart and soul of that defense now. Hufanga, he's been training with Troy Polamalu in the all season. Dre Greenlaw's on that team. Shavarius Ward. The list just keeps going on and on. They just picked up Javon Hargrave in the off season to come in and help them on that defensive line. Look, probably got a little bit overpaid for what he's worth. And you better hope that it wasn't just the whole defense that was there in Philadelphia that was giving leverage off of each other to be a beast. He better come in and perform too. But with all that being said, man, I don't think that it's a question on why this guy should have been the highest paid defensive player after what he did last year. Now, the question always is, can he keep up with it after the fact? Can he continue to produce after the fact? Can he continue to be healthy? Can he escape the injury bug like his brother has with the Chargers right now? Because that's been the only 2 question marks in these 2 guys' career, him and his brother. They get these little injuries here and there that linger on. So, but nobody doubts that these dudes can play. I even foresee in the future that they might play together at some point. I think that they might finagle their way for that to happen. I just have this weird vision, but just to throw up the graphic one more time for people that don't understand how much this man got paid. 5 years, $170 million, 122 of that is guaranteed. John Lynch said, "We'll hold the fines for you. You got paid." So he will not be getting fined anything from his holdout. And like we had mentioned, the highest paid player of all time that the National Football League, the highest paid defensive player of all time that the National Football League has ever seen.
Just wanted to just make that check. Just looking at, all right, you know what?
Make your checks and play your violins.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is like when they get those contracts signed, like it ain't like us. We get it like a week after. No, they get it the next day. So tomorrow morning, my guy is gonna wake up to a nice bank account.
That direct deposit already probably hit.
Oh, it's going to hit 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. first thing. Boom.
He'll get a notification from Wells Fargo that says a deposit of $122 million has been deposited into your checking account.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine getting that text, bro. Can we just talk about that? As a normal person, if you ever, bro, I'm telling my wife, I don't care what happens to this house. We're just going to leave. We're going to go buy a car tomorrow. I'm writing checks tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I'm buying a house tomorrow, straight cash, homie. Like Randy Moss said.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna find Drake. We're gonna put on Started from the Bottom. We're blasting that for the next 8 hours because I'm driving everywhere. Y'all gonna know.
I guess I'll be the responsible one. I clear out my debts and then just buy a house. I'll clear out my debts, buy out my house. No debts.
Your debts are probably the fraction of fraction.
I still have the money. Yes, I know.
One grain of salt in an Olympic-sized pool.
with the amount in your bank account and that debt, that's only going to make your total worth even higher.
You feel you're gonna have so much money you feel like you could buy Disney World.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say
just a thought. You know that you can't, but just a thought. You're like, ooh.
I will neither confirm nor deny said statement. I will neither confirm nor deny it.
Man,
but I gotta be responsible. Maybe do a little bit of investing. Who knows? But hey, take care of your business. You got paid that kind of money. Oh my Lord.
I'm sending the homies a check. I'm sending anybody that had a positive outlook in my life a check just to be like, I'm gonna just put a smiley face on the check. It's gonna have that little memo section on the check. I'm gonna just put a smiley face.
Well, like Jeff, when you get to business, I'm gonna start creating some LLC so I can avoid paying all these taxes. That's my first thought. How can we
non-profit organization? We go and pet kangaroos in our off time. Tax write-off.
Kangaroos. Oh my.
Don't give Hayden flashbacks. He still thinks he defeated a kangaroo because he had it on his dinner plate.
Hayden.
It's absolutely outrageous.
Hayden,
I don't know, that doesn't sound like a win to me.
Hayden, stop it. Get some help, Hayden.
Right.
Get some help.
Hey Jeff, you gonna try kangaroo? Come on, bro. You eat steak?
An actual king.
When it came out, it looked like rare steak. That's all it looked like, and it tastes like steak.
Well, I can't. Okay.
I can't taste a damn, but I still tried it and I conquered a kangaroo.
All I had to say is my tuna was bomb from that place, so it is what it is. I think Vic, you had a piece of it too. You put in that little chimichurri sauce it came with.
The lobster ravioli for your boy. Oh, it was great.
Hey, shout out to Greg Norman, man. You probably wasn't the best golfer of all time, but your restaurants, top notch, man. Oh yeah, Hayden had the tuna too. Straight up.
Speaking of that, shout out to the people at Land Shark. We understand that Jimmy Buffett just passed away. He was a Land Shark owner. You know what I'm saying? RIP to the Buffett, to the parrots out there.
Yeah, man. They treat us good too. I had that tuna taco. That was pretty good. Man, I don't even eat fish like that, but I mess with some tuna. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But anyways, shout out to Nick Bosa. You make my life even more depressing just thinking about the amount of money that just is gonna get deposited to your bank account tonight. But yeah.